Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's your gal, Keely Taverner, all things dealing with difficult people. Unnecessarily difficult people. We need to understand, learn, and have sufficient knowledge to overstand when you are dealing with someone who's unnecessarily difficult. Because if you don't know, if you are dealing with high conflict people, they do conflict particularly well. And you will always lose. And it is prudent that you understand when you are dealing with someone who does conflict particularly well, because they will discombobulate you, rattle you, confuse you. And things like gaslighting, which everybody's so familiar with the terms, where they turn things around in order to get you to doubt yourself, is just one of the basic tactics. So if you're dealing with an unnecessarily difficult person, understand that you will not win. You need to understand that you will not win. And if you're a people pleaser, most importantly, we know that you avoid conflict. We know that you will try to smooth things over. That's one of the challenges that we have, is we're very uncomfortable with conflict. So one of the tactics we employ is the capacity to smooth things over, and we are great at it. We like to sweep problems under the rug, pretend we're okay, when in fact we are breaking inside and it hurts like hell. This is one of the many ways that we end up sad, depressed, anxious, and can often also shows up with a range of health symptoms such as IBS, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, stress, skin challenges, hair falling out. Sometimes if we really don't look after ourselves, we end up with strokes, people. I ain't lying. I met many a soul who ended up having strokes because the stress was so high. They avoided conflict in order to keep the peace. Understand that if you are focused on keeping the peace, the pieces of your life will slowly erode away. People pleasing is not great for your greatness, and I will gladly say majority of my clients have been people pleasers. And the things that people pleasers struggle with, is standing up for themselves, advocating for themselves, and learning to live with guilt. We can't deal with guilt. We can't deal with guilt. And that's one of the ways that they pull our strings in order to get us to do what is good for them. So if you want to learn how to radically change your life, then my dear people, it's so prudent and so fundamental that you learn to observe guilt rather than react to guilt. Many of us react instantaneously to guilt because, as we know, it's an uncomfortable emotion. And because we want to be in a state of ease, we then appease and please others at our own expense. It's no wonder we end up depressed, sad, lost, and confused. Many of us, some of us, depending on what they've done to us, we want to try and do revenge. Revenge ain't great for your greatness either. You know why? It leaves you consumed with people who've been bitter, nasty, and cruel to you. Not great for your greatness. My encouragement to you is to learn the life lessons in adversity. Learn why you struggle to say no to people. There's a solid good reason why people take you for an idiot and use you like a doormat. If you know what I'm talking about, put doormat in the comments. We just like to keep it real, but some of us like to be kept comfortable. That's why we perpetually research narcissism in order to do what? What do you think researching them is going to do for you when you're a people pleaser and you don't understand yourself and you can't sit with guilt? Sorry, not sorry. I come straight from the hip, shoot from the hip, come to deliver the uncomfortable truths that have the potential to revolutionize your life. But no, you're going to scroll on, aren't you? Yeah, and then go and watch people who are filling you with information about narcissism. Not great for your greatness. joined and hasn't sent gifts for a while. Wagwan, big up, big up. If you've got any questions, curiosities, wonderments about unnecessarily difficult people, how they're getting the best of you, and how you are still going round in vicious cycles, let your girl Key know. You are far from alone. Many of us are scared of being on our own. We are scared of the man in the mirror. So we hang on, hold on. We're fearful and afraid of reprisal, so we become agreeable. We nod our head like Churchill the dog, and then we're baffled why people keep taking advantage of us. There is a solid good reason why people take advantage of. I am of the school that we are not victims. That doesn't work for everybody. Some people get very annoyed when I say we are not victims. They don't like it. Often because we're wedded to victim consciousness and the finger pointing and the blame of look what Big Dick Derek did to me in 1985. 20 odd years later, you're still complaining about what Big Dick Derek did to you. And you know what you are? You're stuck in a rut and your life is lackluster. And then you're going to spend all your time and energy researching them when you have a life and dreams you want to fulfill, don't you? But for many of us, we don't want to let it go. Why? Because we don't like the person that we are. So we tolerate it. And by our good deeds, we hope that they will see that we are of value and of worth. And they will have an epiphany and be like, oh my God, Key, I'm so sorry I treated you like rubbish. I have now knocked my head and had an epiphany. And I see your value and I see your worth. And I'm going to become the person you want me to be. This is often what we are dealing with. We have a fantasy reality distortion. We live in hopeless hope, praying, wishing, wanting, giving our all in the hopes that someone will see our value and worth. And when they don't, you know what we do? We try harder. Oh, yeah, we do. Because we're in this. We ain't going to let it go. You never realized you're the problem in this. You know, if it depends. You see, because some people don't like to think that they're the problem. Because remember, every relationship is a two-way process. We co-create our realities. So someone can't be cruel to you if you keep showing up. If you keep showing up, putting out, making yourself available, blocking and unblocking, then what is your part in the situation? Now, some of us, I do not negate, are in complex situations with lots of power dynamics at interplay. I totally get that. But for many an empath, we have an ego. And we've got some undealt with childhood issues. We want people to love and value us. Because we may or may not have had those qualities from our parents. These issues show up most acutely in our intimate relationships where we go above and beyond in order to get the validation that we never had in our childhood. Let me tell you this for nothing. Not great for your greatness. That is your childhood wound. And if you know anything about childhood wounds, your duty is to learn to heal them all by yourself. I know, it's not fair, is it? Other people done the damage and now you have to do the work on yourself. Life ain't fair, yet it's still all good. These are the uncomfortable truths that we may not want to know, understand, or contend with. And I totally get it. We were all raised on Disney, weren't we? We hoped someone would rescue us on a noble steed and revolutionize our lives. You can keep waiting. Keep working on the person who keeps rejecting you, treating you like rubbish, and letting you know that you have no value and worth. Keep doing it to yourself. However, don't complain, because often we are doing it to ourselves. Bang in the comments, I'm doing it to myself, Key. Yeah, highly unlikely, but it's all good. I get it. Life can be understood backwards and must be lived forwards. It's hard to let go of a toxic relationship. Of course, it's hard to let go of a toxic relationship because at some level it is serving you. It serves you. Humans don't engage in any behavior that doesn't have some form of a benefit. Doesn't your researching in narcissism teach you this? Doesn't researching narcissism help you understand yourself? No, it doesn't, does it? What does it do? It helps you to understand all about the trauma of the narcissist and why the narcissist behaves in such abhorrent ways. And you lap it up like Lassie the dog. You keep reading, keep learning, keep understanding. All the while your life is lackluster and you're looking at your WhatsApp for 2 blue ticks because maybe they might acknowledge you today. Sorry, not sorry. Somebody's got to say it. Because if not, I don't think I'll be fulfilling my mission and purpose on God's great earth. Cat lover, I've researched it, taking all my time. Yeah, because it's easier to focus on them than it is to yourself, Kirsty. Most people pleasers get trapped researching them. It's far easier to try and make you think it's far easier to make somebody else change because you don't want to look at /man in the mirror. I ain't lying. You don't want to look at yourself. You don't want to look at yourself, that's fine. Keep rock on, Tommy. Keep researching them. Keep trying to understand the man that treats you like rubbish. Keep researching, keep Googling, keep ChatGPTing. It'll give you a plethora of information. But all the while your life is stuck, lackluster. And nothing going on but the rent. Don't you want to live up? Don't you want more for yourself? Don't you want more for your life? Huh? Don't you have dreams and aspirations that you want to achieve? If you keep attracting toxic people into your life, there's something that you do that draws them to you. What is it that you do? Oh, I don't know how they keep finding me. I must have a sign on my head. Yeah, don't you want to remove the sign that means that toxic people continuously find you and leech from you and drain you? Wouldn't it be prudent that you overstood yourself in order to break unhealthy cycles that keep your life lackluster? Or you're going to keep researching toxic relationships and the strategies you need to employ to make them love you? Someone came to me once and they said, Key, oh, I've been doing this program about how to make a man love me and it's not worked. Poor thing. They took thousands and thousands and thousands of her pounds in order to endeavor to help her to make someone love her who didn't love her. Listen, I could tell you this for free, yeah? People don't change unless it's in their service to change. If someone doesn't love you, believe them. And don't listen to the words. I have many a dude profess incredible love for me, yet the behavior was not consistent with what I would describe as love. We have to pay attention to inconsistencies, my dear people. I don't know if it was because I was a probation officer in Wormwood Scrubs, where I had to work alongside men who were committing very difficult offences. Then I learned a great deal. Don't listen to what a man says, just watch how a man moves, and there you will see the truth. But for many of us who have dreams, hopes and ambitions of finding the one, settling down and having the love of our life, the truth is very uncomfortable and not in keeping with your dream. So you just have to sweep it under the rug, pretend it didn't happen, pretend that you're okay, and all the while you are harming yourself. This is why we have uncomfortable dreams. Sometimes we have nightmares because we are experiencing suppression in the daytime hours. We are suppressing what is uncomfortable. This is the roots of becoming a disintegrated self. When you're a disintegrated self, it is not great for your greatness. You are a human being. We are here as a psychotherapist. I promote that you become an integrated self. An integrated self is a healthy self. So we stop denying uncomfortable truths. We don't pretend we're okay when we're hurting and crippled inside. We acknowledge it to ourselves. Now, for some of you, you are dealing with some abhorrent people. Even if you sat there word for word and told them how you feel, they do not care. But you keep trying anyhow, don't you? One must understand, if someone doesn't care for you, their actions will be consistent with that. Don't listen to what a man says. Watch how they behave. That is the truth. If you are struggling and dealing with someone who is very difficult people, feel free, ask me a question. I'm here tonight. happy to answer. If they are getting the best of you, the rest of you, if you wake up and you're ruminating, thinking about it every day, you started Googling, trying to understand, the patterns are the truth. There are going to be patterns and cycles in your life. And it's up to you. If you want to break patterns, it's upon you. No one else. No one's coming to save you. You have to have, this is why I'm a massive fan. We have to be our own best friend. We have to ring our own victory bell. We have to learn to big ourselves up, but not us empaths, not us people pleasers. We don't speak highly of ourselves, and we can't even take a compliment. We reject compliments. Oh, no, not me. Oh, this old thing, it was only £5 from Tesco's. We diminish ourselves. And when you diminish yourselves, it gives another individual a perfect indicator. I've got a soft touch here. Let me pedestal them. Let me make them think that the best thing since sliced bread. And what do? We're like, oh my God, I think I found the one. This person is so loving and is everything that you are seduced. Why? Because you have low self-esteem. You don't rate yourself. You don't value yourself. So when they come along with the lyrics in the eardrums, you are banging the drum. Oh, yeah. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. And this is how you get caught out, hook, line, and sinker. And remember, unnecessarily difficult people, our narcissistic friends, they are coming for you. They will take your house, they will take your pension, they will take your sanity. Deborah Draw, College, Stanmore. Gosh, girl, how are ya? She girl, Killy Tavern, our psychotherapist. I'm just saying it how I see it. If you're dealing with difficult people, there's a darn good reason for it. It's because you avoid conflict, you're a yes person, and they know that you're a soft touch. And that's why they treat you like a doormat. Because you can't advocate for yourself. You won't stand up for yourself. You avoid conflict. And even if you did stand up for yourself, you'd be filled with immense guilt. And you don't like that. It's the guilt that gets the best of you. And they know the guilt gets the best of you. So they are the puppet masters. And in fact, they are in control of your life. And this is why you are sad and depressed. But you know what you need to do, but you won't do what you need to do because fear grips you. So you go round in vicious cycles. Maybe you've started a little bit of your journaling. You know, you've Googled, you've heard yoga, maybe even a bit of meditation might be helpful for you. And sometimes that gives you a little bit of reprieve. But after you've finished your downward dog, you're going back down into the same situation that is slowly tearing you apart. And you're fearful of confronting the situation. And every day it gets worse and worse and worse. And if you're not careful, medical challenges will start to show up in your life. You'll have gut problems, IBS, high blood pressure, or maybe low blood pressure. Sometimes we start to lose our hair. Some people end up having strokes. Fibromyalgia is another condition that can also occur. You need to understand this stuff ain't no joke. Some people be going to the doctors and the doctors can't find what's wrong with you. I'll tell you why the doctor can't find what's wrong with you, because you have a psychosomatic condition. It's here. Symptoms show up in the body. The reality is, if you've got a decent doctor, they might say to you, you need to see a therapist. And you're anything like the people I know, you'll be like, I don't need to chat to nobody. I'm all right. Well, rock on, Tommy. Rock on, rock on, rock on. Many of us are making choices that are not in our own best interest. And it is mashing up our lives. We are unhappy. And we are fearful of starting to stand up for ourselves. And the people you have in your circle, they know this. So how can we make it right with oneself? Well, Shazberry, we have to understand, we have to start to work on self-esteem. Remember, self-esteem, looking after yourself. Many of it, somebody said this today, I get my nails done, I get my eyebrows done. That's my self-care. Bun that. That's a basic nowadays. Yeah? Getting your nails done and getting your eyebrows plucked It's some basic operating stuff nowadays. Everybody's doing it. Yeah? Some of us need a block party. But I tell you what the problem is. If you did a block party, you're scared of being on your own. So you settle for crumbs. That's what you do. You settle for crumbs. You know this person don't value you. So sometimes you have to be the one. You have to put yourself in the driving seat. And you have to cause an end to it. Not for them, but to protect yourself. You have to learn to know that you are of worth. And your behavior has to be in alignment with your worth. I can't be going telling Big Dick Derek how worthwhile I am and he's treating me about rubbish, and I'm there trying to convince him that I'm somebody who's worthy of kindness and good treatment. It's not my ambition to convert him. If he don't see the value and worth, then it's for me to protect myself. Ladies, we are females. When we bond with somebody, it's no joke. But some of us, we're letting them all up in our wombs, all up in our lives, all up in our yards with no boundaries. They take the mix. They got some mummy issues. You're there cooking, cleaning, washing for them, shaving for them, putting on your best face for them. Yet what are they doing for you? They ain't doing nothing for you. They even come to your house with a little drink to quench your thirst. But you going above and beyond for people. Come on. It's time to wake up, peoples. Yeah, you got to wake up. If someone shows you that you are of low value, believe them. Don't go into overdrive, doing more, giving more, in the hope that what? Listen, there's serious times out there, you know. You know, all of that energy is preventing you from living a good life. The same energy I put into dead-end relationships, I took and I started to read. Yeah. I went back to uni. I didn't even go back to uni. I went back to college because I left school with no GCSEs and some advice, don't come back. The same energy I put into them deadbeat relationships, I put into educating myself. Give thanks and praise I graduated. Didn't get a first. I'm not a natural academic. Them essays were hard graft. Had me up at night. Never written like that in my entire life. But I had to find a way, because everything in life is energy. And if you are giving your energy and putting your energy into one-way relationships where you ain't getting nothing back, but some flim-flack, some deadbeat sex and stress, and you're sitting there looking at WhatsApp for 2 blue ticks, they're online, they're offline. How come they didn't respond to you? Because you're not important. It's not your time. You're not important. You are not valued. We must respect when people show me that I have little value to them, I respect that. I totally 100% respect. If they show me I have no value, then my duty is to honor my value and honor my worth. If I start trying to convince somebody, I've already lost. Try to understand that if you are trying to convince someone of your value and worth, you have already lost. If they don't see it, they don't get it, remove yourself from the situation. But many of you don't. You're holding on and holding out. Why? Because you don't like yourself. You don't like yourself. Sorry. You don't like yourself. Some of us are grateful that they are dealing with us. That we're grateful. And we're scared of being alone. And we don't want to face that. We don't want to face being on our own. We'll feel shame. We might feel embarrassed. We might feel like we're unlovable. Or we worry about what people will say. So what do? Hanging on. All the while. Emotionally, psychologically, you're dying inside. That's what I'm doing now. Say no instead of yes. They get vexed. But I'm not vexed. Remember, empaths, people pleasers, when you say no, you will be abandoned. I work with many a soul who's a people pleaser. And I almost feel like I need a color code system, like red. Like for people at the early stages, when you start to put the insights into practice, the biggest problem for people is you will be abandoned. Because people don't want a revolutionized version of you. They are wedded to the old version. The old version works for them. They want to take the mick, take your kindness for weakness, and watch you run around like an idiot putting them first. So when you start, if you can get the courage up to say no, now you're going to see who they truly are. They were only in it as long as they could ride you like a donkey. Tap donkey if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah? When you say no, you will get sanctions and you will get punishment. You will be penalized for bad behavior. This is the truth, and it's the uncomfortable truth. And how the sanctions and punishment work in your household, I have no idea. But I could speak these principles all day long with my eyes closed. As you can probably tell, no script is needed here. Kili Tavana is on the front line, day in, day out, with my empaths, helping you work it out so that you can understand the dynamics that you are in, why you're stuck, and potentially what choices you have to move forward. Many of us take the bait. They bait us all the time. And you take the bait. I don't know about you, but I want to be taking flights. Yeah, I want to be taking flights. I want to sit down on a little plane and go somewhere nice. You understand? They bait you and you take the bait. And that's how you remain in. When people show you who you are, who they are, believe them. Many of us don't want to believe them. You want to believe the fantasy in your head about how it could be, how it should be when they have the epiphany. Not about them. When are you going to have the epiphany? You're being used. They don't care. And often, many of us make their lives incredibly comfortable. You see, if you've got someone in your life and they're taking the mick out of you and their lifestyle is dependent upon you, they are going to be very difficult to get rid of. If they leverage from you and their lifestyle is built upon your kindness, compassion, and it's okay, those people are very difficult to get rid of because their lifestyle will plummet. They're in it for themselves. Know these people and know them good. Is it abandon gives me peace, truly. But Shazberry, let me tell you one of the biggest problem, yeah? Loneliness. Loneliness is not to be underestimated. Loneliness will have you going back in your phone, blocking and unblocking and calling Big Dick Derek to come service you, even though you know Big Dick Derek ain't great for your greatness. Let's be frank. Some of us would rather have something than nothing. We don't want to be on the metaphorical singles shelf, so we tolerate, even though you know you're going through some madness. I ain't lying. Am I lying? Let me tell you this. Loneliness is the real deal. And that's why I tell my empath crew, you need to start to discover what is it that you like. What do you like? What is your dream? What is an ambition that you once had that you've never pushed through on because you always put yourself on the back burner? If you put yourself on the back burner, type back burner. Yes, man, a lot of you put yourselves on the back burner. And you think hair and nails is going to do it. Hair and nails is basics. You got to level up in 2025. There's places you could do, things that you could achieve. Maybe even a bucket list. Ooh, how about a bucket list for you? What is it that you want for yourself? Many of us are mothers. And naturally as mothers, we sacrifice. It's a part of our sacrifice. But at 47, my kids are up in their 20s now. What might it be for time for ourselves? And trust me, you know what's going to happen to you if you're a proper people pleaser? When you start saying yes to yourself, they will call you selfish. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to take the bait. And when you take the bait, you go, oh, I can't be selfish. I'm a giver. That's a foolishness. That's not great for you. Let them call you whatever they want to call you. What they call you is none of your business. Your business is to live a life and pursue your dreams and your ambitions, because none of us know when our time is over. What would it mean for you to say yes to yourself? Yes to yourself. To put yourself first. If you put yourself first, there will be problems. Because the people who trade on you putting yourself last are not going to be cheerleading you. No. No. They're going to be sanctions and punishments so you get back in your box. Get back in your box where you belong so you can service them. Sis, I'm 60 next year. No more time. I found music and DJ. No more foolishness. Seeking love. I love self-love. It's amazing. I'm still healing. Absolutely, my sister. And we are humans. What you're doing is so beautiful. What you offer to people. You know, the DJ is in control. You know what I'm saying? You go to a party, you look to the DJ, you know. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to find your thing. That gift has the potential to take you all over the world. Reclaim the energy. Have the audacity to think. I asked somebody recently, what do you want for your life? Jesus Christ, you would have thought I would have asked her to give me the Pisces' theory of relativity. Something like that. She had no idea. No idea. Because she's lost herself. And many of us can lose ourselves. We lose ourselves by saying yes and not taking time out to pause. We are very agreeable people, and you must understand when you are dealing with high conflict people, it is not about resolution. It is about domination and control. They want to dominate and control you. They do not want resolution. They want to belittle you, make you doubt yourself, make you question yourself. Oh, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. It must be me. So what do? You walk away with your tail between your legs. You'll journal about it. Journal about it. Meditate on it. And there comes a point, I don't care what Lululemon outfit, Gymshark outfit you're wearing, where you may need to have something a bit more than just going to the gym. I see a lot of people got some serious thigh gaps, traps and all that jazz. Wonderful. But have you dealt with your mind? Have you endeavoured to look at your life? Because I tell you what, and I see this a lot with the girls who've had the lips done, the tits done, the bum done. They've dealt with the aesthetics, but never dealt with their inner world. Some of us ladies over there envying people with, oh, look how beautiful they are. You have no idea what's going on in the back office. You have no idea what's going on in the back office. Be careful who you admire. People pleasers, you put people on pedestals. Some of us, we put people on pedestals, and we're so grateful that someone as great as him would desire someone like us. Already, when you pedestal somebody, you're doing yourself the great disservice. You pedestal someone, you're going to feed their God complex. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather worship Jehovah, Jesus, Allah, Buddha than any human being. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a heart, give me a like. People pleasers, you must understand your own red flags. They're talking to me about the narcissist did this and the narcissist did that, and this is their red flags. This is a triangulation, gaslight. Okay, cool. So now what? Do you want to get a degree in personality disorders? Is that what you seek for yourself? No. No. You just there quoting all this literature you've been consuming from ChatGPT to YouTube and all the other socials. Now what? You're still in it though, innit? You're still going around in vicious cycles, innit? Another year gone. You're still complaining. I'm the wrong person, you know. I'm the wrong person. I'm here for the revolution. I want to see you rise up. But I can't want for you what you don't want for yourself. So keep researching, innit? Keep learning. Toxic relationships. I don't know why. They keep finding me. Because you've got low self-esteem and low self-worth. And you tolerate nonsense. That's why they find you. Because you're insecure. Despite how you might appear, deep down, they have found an insecurity in you. And they stomp on it. And they use it to their advantage. And that's why they can treat you like rubbish. Because they are only reaffirming what you truly fundamentally believe about yourself. And until you truly fundamentally discover what it is that you believe about yourself, you're just mucking about it. I don't care what outfit you're wearing, what Gucci bag you're wearing. You're playing games with yourself. And your transformation will be lackluster. You have to understand, if you're in toxic relationships, you have to understand what have they tapped into in you. They've hooked into something in you. And you probably need them more than they need you. Because if they abandoned you, you would be there. Listen, that's when our behavior can get dark. desperation will kick in. How many of you are going to write desperation in the comments? Not one of you. Many of us are desperate. We're frightened of being alone. And we're scared of being abandoned. And as such, we will tolerate and put up with it. And then you want to find out about narcissism and go and sit down with them and tell them, you know, some of your behaviors are toxic. Do you think they care? Their toxic behavior is serving them. What do you want? Oh, you know what, darling? You're right. I'm narcissistic. I can't believe you found out. I'm going to go to therapy. You want to know some truths? They don't like people like me as a therapist. They don't like therapists. They don't like me, and I have a nose for them. You see, their problem is they don't like people who can see through the facade. I've been told by many a friend, Keely, it's like you have X-ray vision. They don't like people who can see them. They don't like it. They need you naive and stupid. That's what they need. They need you naive and stupid. And this ain't only your intimate relationships. Sometimes I can hammer on about intimate relationships, but this is a lot of relationships. A lot of people pleasers. You are being abused at work. A lot of you are working in your NHS jobs and they take advantage of your nature. You're going above and beyond. You're staying. You're working for free. Underpaid, overworked. They trade on your empathy. They trade on your ability to be there for the team. You overgive, and then you don't get the promotion, you're overlooked. And you doing all the donkey work. You know how much people I used to see happen to this in public sector work? Public sector, oh my gosh. If you do public sector work, you see so much in there. Gifted, talented people who are overlooked and who are fearful of staying. They're fearful of leaving, so they stay in a job they hate because of what? A pension. What about your life? You're there waiting until you're 65. What about your life in the here and now? How are you going to stay in the job for the pension at your 25, 30? I remember in the prison, I used to see this. Oh, well, I'm staying for the pension. The pension? Jesus Christ. You're 25 years young. You're 30 years young. You're going to stay in the job for the pension. The job is robbing you of a life. But they got you by the ghoulies. So you stay and you complain and stuff that doesn't work for you. That I see you, lady. You better respond to my message. You know I'm on your case. You have to learn to be your own best friend. And if you think you are worthy, then you have to stand up in your worth and honor thyself. And that's the truth. No one's coming to save you. People benefit from your people pleasingness. They take you for a fool. They underestimate you. I love when people underestimate me. It is beautiful. I know the game. But many of us, people underestimate us. And even when they treat you like rubbish, because you're scared to advocate for yourself, you don't know how to advocate for yourself, the liberties continue anyway, because you won't open your mouth, because you're frightened. And this is how we end up in these vicious cycles. Next thing you're at your doctor's asking for 2 pieces of medication. Or they're going to put you on that ever waiting list for therapy. And then you get there and you're like, boy, this doesn't even work. I get it. Most people come to see me after they've been to everybody else. Hello again. I'm always grateful for you when you're alive. It's always giving me hope still. Jay, thank you so much. Listen, what can I do? I just try and be honest. I say it as I see it. I have a lot of clients, so it's very difficult for me to schedule lives. I was trying to do them every Monday at 9, but now I'm doing a comedy course. I'm doing a comedy course with Mr. C in Wembley, because I think I have a lot to say. I have so much to say about life, humans, relationships, and human potential. Listen, I'm not an advocate of the whole mental health thing. I think that's all a little bit interesting. I'm a massive advocate of potential. Who could you be? And that's why toxic relationships give us such a profound opportunity for revolution and change. Toxic relationships, if you can extract the life lessons in adversity, there is gold there. It can profoundly encourage you to build and strengthen your relationship with the Most High. Because some of us are in a situation we can't see our way out. There might be financial issues, housing issues. Remember, these people control and manipulate us, and they can pull our strings. But we have to know and remember who's in control here. Sometimes if you're in the situation, you're not going to be able to see how to get your way out. It's one of the reasons why you stayed stuck. A way will be found. A way can be found. But staying in it, sticking in it, not great for you. HR is not your friend. No, but are you your own best friend? Do you advocate for yourself, Mr. Lee? You see what I'm saying? Because some of us have got a business inside of us. No one could have ever told me that when I started to train, when I started to read my first psychology books, it would have been the vehicle to get me my own home and my own, like, a career. And I'd be self-employed. When I was working at IKEA checkout, excuse me, can you leave the yellow bag behind, please? No one could have ever told me that by doing this little 1-1 course, it would get me to the point where it could provide me with my own home. And here I am today. We give thanks and praise. Because I reclaimed my energy. It's quite simple. And I had the courage to try. That's the difference. It's courage. It's courage to face the fears. Courage to understand that it will work out. That the way sometimes many of us, we want all our ducks lined up in a row. We want to be like, if I do this, then I know I want to be there. That's where logic stops you. Many of us are living in logic. And when you choose to transform your life, you have to trust something deep within you. And that a way will be found if you show up. If you take action. If you risk. If you dare to get out of your comfort zone. Turning it into purpose. Absolutely. Adversity can work to your advantage. I grew up on St. Ralph's Estate. The adversity works to my advantage now because I work in a very middle class field. There aren't many people who are able to code switch like myself. This has been such a fundamental part of my success. What is supposed to be adverse, which means people are put off, actually because I was encouraged and cheerleaded by people, it's now what's given me an advantage. Adversity can be advantageous. But we have to try. Oh, some of us we don't get out of our comfort zone, still doing the same old, same old. We want for the miracle to land on your doorstep like Amazon parcel. You won't try. Because of what? Fear. I get it. Don't worry, I don't bad up my clients like this every day. But sometimes I do need to have a strong word. I don't bad them up every day. Pain into purpose, sister. I did a course on that. I delivered a course on pain into purpose. That's spiritual. When you can turn your pain into purpose. That's why I say if you turn your pain into purpose, you don't even need to worry about revenge. I don't worry about revenge. I don't worry what they're doing. It's none of my business. My business is to take the lessons and to learn how my people pleasing nearly mash up my life. That's what you have to understand. How people pleasing is limiting your life. We're putting faith in human beings. You don't know you're a spiritual being. You put in faith in human beings. You want human beings to love you? Oh, Lord. Listen, human beings are fickle. They change their mind. That leaves you very vulnerable. You need to look for something a little bit more robust. You understand? If people don't love you, if people disrespect you, believe them. Some of us, oh, we're so forgiving. Oh, the reason they did that is because of X, Y, Z. Oh, poor. You know, he didn't get enough hugs. His dad left. That's called a justification. Explanation and justifications. You've got long-winded explanations and justifications for abhorrent behavior. And as long as you do that, they will trade on you. They will trade on you and they will exploit you for it. And when you stop, now they will call you all manner of names. And because many of us need people's validation, because we care about what they think about us, you do. I know you care about what they think about you. That's one of the reasons why you're so insecure. Why you won't go on the dance floor and dance, aren't you? That's why you stay on the sides, because you're insecure. I get it. I used to stand on the sides. Took me a lot of therapy to be able to be confident and feel fuck it. I'm just going to go and have a disco. Get me 10,000 steps in. If you know what I'm talking about, put 10,000 steps in the comments. Yeah? It's your deepest insecurities. And one of the things I see is that you don't understand what it is. Therapist, decent therapist, my ambition is to bring that into your consciousness so you'll be like, ah, there it is. That's what they tapped into. Some of us need these toxic people in our lives. We need them. We're not ready to let them go. You need them more than they need you. You need them. Sorry, you do. Because if they were gone, you'd have to sort of deal with your fears and your insecurities. Yes, man. That's right, Shazberry. We want them 10,000 steps. I can't be... You've never been in a rave and everybody's standing on the side and the whole dance floor is empty. Just Tracy standing up there with the blonde hair, giving it large. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? They're squeezing past people because no one want to walk in the middle. Why is that? Why has Tracy got the confidence to be in the middle? And then we there hitching around the sides. Important cultural questions to ask oneself. Just observations, just things I notice. The audacity to be confident, to say yes to yourself, to invest in yourself. You see what I'm saying, Shaz? I'm not a lie. Yeah? You start working on yourself, there's going to be a bag of problems, I'll tell you this. And some of you go telling everybody you're back in therapy. It's not wise. Because you see if you're in therapy, yeah? And when you start to make changes, they'll be like, see, that's what therapy has done to you. I told you it was no good. You have to learn to believe in yourself. Trust in yourself. There are gifts within you. Nanette, I'm thinking of you, my sister. I'm smiling as I'm saying this. I'm feeling you, my sister. There are some serious gifts inside of you that want to manifest, but we have to take a chance on ourselves. We have to risk. Some of you know more about the latest Netflix series than you do about yourselves. The latest Netflix series. Your life is humdrum. If you know more about what's on Netflix than you do what's going on in your own world, the system has got you. Because the system wants you to keep consuming foolishness. Keep consuming. Because if you're consuming, you can't create. If you're consuming, you can't create. And it's from creation that you then enter into manifestation. Haters be your motivators. I don't even know if I got haters. I'm just so disinterested. I don't even know. Bless them, Father. I have a toxic mother who puts me down and is envious and negative. Toxic mothers. You got a toxic mum? Hold on. This is a good one. This is a lovely book. Have a little read of that. Caroline Foster. Really easy, not overly academic. You can read this in an evening. Narcissistic mothers. I have a special place in my heart for people who have narcissistic parents. Because you would have developed the skill to people please from a very, very vulnerable age. You knew that was the way that you got love, validation and attention. So your people pleasing is very deep rooted. Your mother taught you that. You would have learned to people please your mother because you had to remain attached. And if you know anything about human beings, then understanding attachment theory will probably be helpful to you, can give you some insights. Yeah. Special place in my heart for people who have narcissistic parents. It's a gentle process. That's why I work with people for 6 months or a year. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna 4 sessions, nonsense. 6 sessions is nonsense. You don't need 6 sessions. You need time to understand yourself and time to implement. Can I see the cover again? Narcissistic Mothers by Caroline Foster. She does a whole series of them. And it's really beautiful. It's so beautiful. I got goosebumps. I remember I lent this to another client once and it was really helpful for them. You know, because that kid from a very young age learns how to people please is the currency. That's what keeps him safe. Yeah. So by the time, if you end up in intimate relationships where you are always people pleasing, walking on eggshells, shape shifting because they're moody, you would have learnt that. If you've learnt that, often we've learned it from a parent. And it takes time to unpick that, you know. And it's not always about going no contact with family members either. I'm not here to tell you go no contact. It's no one has the right to tell you to go no contact. No one has the right. Some of our parents are cruel, wicked, and unkind, and we may still have love for them, and that's absolutely okay. No one has the right to tell you to go no contact. No contact is no joke. No contact is no joke. And if you get to that point, hey Faye, well go on. If you get to that point where you go no contact, absolutely, that's your choice, no problem. But it's a very gentle, personal process of often what's happened for people when they go no contact is they have given it their all. They have tried left, right, and center to make it work. And the humiliation and the hurt and the condemnation, the undermining has just become too abhorrent. And you know in your heart, you have to go no contact to save your life. You understand? So that's why when we go into the doctors give us tablets and pills. If you've got a narcissistic mother, what is the tablets and pill doing? Numbing you, numbing the emotion, fine. But you're still in it. Is it any wonder we need more medication to null the emotion in order to deal with wicked and cruel people? This is how people end up taking more and more medication, because you don't end up confronting what the core issue is. And the DSM-5 and the medical industry may well have a vested interest in giving you more medication than referring you to psychotherapy to help you understand and overstand yourself. So what happens to us as practitioners? We all have to work privately, because 6 sessions don't cut no mustard. 6 sessions, I'm just getting to know your world. 6 sessions is not helpful to people. We're not problem solving here. It's not a problem solving, give you coping strategies process. No, sir. I say to people all the time, I'm not here to give you coping strategies. I'm here to get to the root cause so you understand. That's why I behave like that. Now you get yourself. Now you get yourself. Now, if a coping strategy is needed, fair enough. But you can't put coping strategies when someone doesn't understand the core issue. I have a special place for individuals who have had narcissistic parents. Your people pleasing makes total sense. And advocation for yourself is so tremendously difficult. Those neural pathways have not been etched out. All you know is how to give, because that's how you were valued and validated as a child. It's no wonder we end up doing it in our jobs, in our intimate relationships, our careers, our friendships. It's all we've ever known. It's all we've ever known. And no one has the right to tell you to go no contact. No contact is very personal. However, if you choose to have a relationship with a very difficult parent, we must learn how best to safeguard ourselves. What you are extending is the beautiful quality of grace. You give grace, and you have to be grounded, knowing you will not get, you have to be clear on your expectations if you're dealing with a complex, unnecessarily difficult parent. You must be clear about you must reduce, have no expectation, because it's your expectations that hurt you, because you may expect kindness back, even gratitude. If you have a narcissistic parent and you choose to interact, lose your expectation, but know it's because you have been blessed with the kind heart that you choose to show that you care, but also learn to protect yourself in it. Some of us, we can't be with them by ourselves. You need to go armored up with your gang. They corner you, you know you're in a very, very vulnerable position. Faye, I need some advice. Go and ask a question, Faye. Rax, I'm working on mothering myself right now, but I know there will come a point in my journey. Mothering myself. Okay. We often talk about, when we do inner child work, repairing in the self. So that's beautiful. Finally, thank you. Finally feel validated. I'm on a 6th episode of Care 6, lots of therapy, and it's holding me back now. Okay. Can't go no contact when you share kids, even with a restraining order. I still need to deal with it. Queen V, I hear you. Do you use, is it Parent Wizard? Do you use the Parent Wizard app? Yeah, dealing with them unnecessarily difficult with children. They're always trying to get a one-upmanship. The ego is so fragile. Their egos are so fragile, and they are so disgusting. The kids' needs are not put first. They're just used as ammunition to harm you and hurt you. Power dynamics. It's all power games. Look after your sanity as you go through this phase, my sister. And you know what? My kids are big, 28 and 26 now. And I remember when they were tiny, I was like, how will I ever get there? And by God's grace, things shift. Life will change. Life changes. For now, day by day. Just do it day by day. It's good that you've got the restraining order in place. Beautiful. You've gone to the legals. Congratulations. Well done. There are people on this live who haven't even begun that and who are fearful of that. You are not where you once were. Massive victory for you, my sister. You've advocated for yourself and your family. Congratulations. You may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you once were. Yeah? Respect to that. Respect to courage and bravery. I need a lifetime of therapy. My therapist hasn't done this. I can't stand up to my controlling mother. It keeps the individual back in life. I'm stuck having therapy. Well, I mean, you know, you have to find the right therapist. And therapy isn't for everybody either. My type of therapy is no nonsense therapy. I can't lie. I'm not here to do the sit there and nod my head stuff. I'm rolling up my sleeve. I'm in the trenches with ya. That's just my style. Got called a deadbeat for trying to put my daughter in the private school I work at. Well, how come they're still able to engage with you? You know, you might be better off using the Parent Wizard app so they don't have direct access. Because remember, if you're able to put your kids in private school and they thought they were breaking you, you putting them in private school is about not sort of saying, I still don't need you. Me and my kids are still leveling up. You know what I'm saying? So be careful about how you're allowing access to you as well. Sometimes there is, for high conflict relationships, there are parenting apps to remove them from having access to you. You have to protect your niceness. You have to protect your peace. And sometimes it means that you have to, you understand, use the app so that they can't be just discombobulating you with their foolishness. You know, I hope that's helpful to you. I hope that's helpful to you. It's been nearly an hour, isn't it? 21:41, blimey. True, I only use the parent app. That's how he talks to me on the app. Well, that's good because that means that you have evidence, and should you ever need to go back to court, that can also be beneficial to you too, because you have evidence of their high conflict behaviors. So keep all of that as evidence, because it may come to a point where you are able to use that to your advantage. I hope that's helpful to you. If you've got any other questions about dealing with unnecessarily difficult people, why you shy away, your people-pleasingness, ask your girl Keely Taverner. I'm here, I'm live, and I am here to be of service. Happy to answer your questions, because trust me, dealing with these people ain't no joke. And I'm the psychotherapist. I say it how I see it. True. Absolutely. But you see, you have to work out whether being nice to people who are not nice to you is a part of the problem. And you have to learn to work out when being nice is harming you. You have to learn to stand up for yourself. You must learn to stand up for yourself. And when you start standing up for yourself, like I said before, there will be punishments and sanctions, because people want you in your naive box where you're running around after them, supporting them, putting them first. And that's not great for your greatness. Yeah. Self-advocation is very, very tricky, especially if you've had a narcissistic parent. Like I said, I recommend this book. If you've had a narcissistic parent, you've been people pleasing all your life. It's all you know. You don't know no different. You don't know no different. So it's your operators. What's that word? Don't worry about the word. It's your norm. But the actions that you've taken are incredibly important. You've put yourself first. Came out on the other side. Boundaries is key. My sister, boundaries. Most people can't do boundaries because they can't sit with guilt. Because they feel bad because they're not being a donkey for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? People always come to me with about boundaries. Somebody said to me something about boundaries the other day. And I had to say to her, sister, this ain't about boundaries. This is about letting a man know that is unacceptable. It's unacceptable for you to treat me like this. Some of us are asking people, like, can you respect my boundaries? A question. It's not a question. It needs to be a statement. That's another one of the things that us people pleasers do. We dare be asking people questions. Would you respect my boundary, please? It's non-negotiable. We need to understand and promote when things are non-negotiable. Some things ain't negotiable. And I'll tell you another thing. If you've got lots of boundaries in place, that's a problem. That means the relationship in and of itself is a problem if you have to keep having boundaries in place. Me and my brethren, I don't need lots of boundaries with my friends because they don't take liberties. If you have a relationship where you have 1 boundary, 2 boundary, 3 boundary, that in itself means someone is highly likely to take the mick. You have to work out if that relationship needs to continue in your life. Oh, I keep putting boundaries in place and they keep... Yeah, because they got no respect for you. Oh, I'm putting boundaries in and they don't respect my boundaries because they don't respect you. If people keep violating you, I can't have brethren around me who keep violating me. What, I mean, how many goes do you give people? How many times do you give people a chance? You got to have a boundary for how many times you allow people to breach your boundaries. That's what you might need, my friend. You can't just keep trying down boundary after boundary and people keep disrespecting you and you there showing up with your shiny smiley face. No, sir. You have to let somebody know. That is not acceptable. Remember, some of these people are on the old tariff. They're on your people pleaser tariff. They never knew that you was going to ever revolutionize your life. They thought they could treat you like an idiot for the rest of their days. That's what they thought. They thought you'd be naive and stupid for the rest of your life. So when you start to change, they have a big problem with you. If you have to keep putting boundaries in place, there is a problem. Be mindful. Mindful of your circle. Mindful. Have to learn when to walk away. Listen. You don't have to learn when to walk away. Softs 922. You don't have to learn when to walk away. You have to learn why you stay. There is value in staying. I hope that makes sense to you, Softs 922. It's not about having to learn why you walk away. You're coming at this from the wrong angle. You must learn why you stay. That's the gold. That's where the gold is. You're coming it from the wrong angle. I can already tell from that statement you're going to have issues walking away. You're coming at it from the wrong angle. Flip it. Understand why you stay. What is the value in staying? When you understand the value of staying, my hope is you get the epiphany. That's why I stay. I stay because I don't want to be on my own. I stay because I want people to like me. I stay because I don't want people to think I'm selfish. I stay because of lifestyle. I stay because of my children. I stay because of the income. I stay because if I go, I will lose my house. I stay because my family will approve of me and disapprove of me if I leave. You see what I'm saying? That's what you need to understand, the reasons you stay. And there is always solid good reasons why we stay, my friend. You have to understand the reasons you stay. And when you understand the reasons that you stay, that's the game changer. There's solid good reasons you stay. Lifestyle is a reason why people stay, and I don't blame them. It's nice to drive the Range Rover with the Gucci bag and the Gucci sliders and the Gucci hat and the Gucci belt and the Gucci pants and the Gucci blouse. Thirsty. But let me tell you something. The spirit is not for sale. You can be Gucci'd up, Range Rovered up. The soul does not care about material things. The soul can be very inconvenient when it comes to lifestyle. The soul wants what the soul wants. And it can't be bought at Bicester Village. If you know Bicester Village, give me a heart, give me a like. Yeah? It can't be bought at Bicester Village. So you have to be careful of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying, sister? Give me a heart, give me a like, give me a heart, give me a like. It can't be bought at Bicester Village. I don't care what your car you're rolling in. The soul ain't for sale. I know it's lovely. Have all the fancy bits on the car, innit? Very nice lifestyle. We like a nice lifestyle. But the soul ain't for sale. You ever been in an interesting relationship in your life, but your spirit is sad, but you got all the fandangles? I remember once I was a high-class, all-inclusive resort on a Caribbean island. Everything was beautiful. Everything was perfect. But it was the wrong man. And the spirit don't lie. My spirit don't lie. My spirit is very inconvenient when it tells me truths. Perfect location, imperfect person. This one ain't for me. It lasted until it burned out. I ain't gonna lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? Perfect place, not the perfect person. I knew. Because I struggle to lie to myself. I struggle to do it to myself. I just struggle to pretend. I left the house, went back to my dad's, back to the single bed. I ain't ashamed of the single bed. See, some of us, we got certain lifestyle and we don't want to go back to the single parents' bedrooms. Yeah, we don't, because we want to maintain it. No, sir. I'd rather be in the single bedroom, in the parents' house, knowing that I'm making the right decision, rather than in any nice little place with matching decors and so on and so forth. Give me that single bed. You see that single bed? That single bed is a place for manifestation and ideas. Because now my back's against the wall. I don't know about anybody else, but you put my back against the wall, that's when I'm going to thrive. Something, God to go and give me something. You understand? Some of us, we shame. We don't want to go back to the single parent bedroom. We don't go back to the bedroom at parents' house. Yeah? So we're there in misery, pretending we're okay, doing the cook-ups, showing up, putting on the glasses, pretending we're all right and we ain't. This happened for my birthday in May this year, and I walked away 2 weeks after I came back. It's okay, sister. It's okay that you went back. Sometimes you'll do back and forth. It's all a part of the process. It's okay. It's okay that you went back. It's okay. We will go back. Sometimes we go back. But you see, the soul knows. Sometimes I see this all the time, like your spirit knows what you need, but you're in conflict with the head. The head's trying to work things out, and the head comes up with all these questions, and so you regress. Yeah? And it's okay. But your spirit will still want what it wants, even though you could talk yourself out of it. You ever done this? Single bed it was. Shazberry, give me a high five if you know about single bed liberty. Trust me. Single bed living is a place for cultivation and motivation and determination. You understand? Gary V talks about the single bed. Some of us don't want to go back to the single bed. Don't want to go back to your parents' house with full of pride. You're there paying a whole bag of bills and it's crippling you in all kind of debt. Trust me. My mother's house, my father's house. If anything happened, right back there I'm going. And we manifest from that place. The sanctum. Brap. You know what I'm saying? Don't make pride. Don't make pride make you keep on faces and masks that ain't working for you. Back to the drawing board. Amen. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. A determination and resilience can manifest within you from a place of hardship. It's about surrender. And trust me, these are all the qualities that can take you closer to the Creator. Because now your back is against the wall. I don't know about you, but I know the psychology I have is you put my back against the wall, something is going to manifest. Something have to manifest. We never got this far to be mediocre. Come on. Come on. Oh gosh, you know, get me out. I'm happy I'm single now. I feel free and I'm learning who I am. I'm healing, it's free, and victory to you, my sister. Ring the victory bell, man. Victory to you, man. Some of us, we have gone from relationship to relationship from our high school days. We don't even know what it means to be on our own. I used to fear coming home when I got my house, and then I've always lived in a busy house. I come home by myself. I used to fear it. I used to stay out, and then I was like, just go home. Go home. Be with yourself. It's a beautiful thing. And you know what? When you get comfortable being on your own, you know, if someone wants to abandon you and you end up on your own, you know what? It's all right. I could show it me. Many of us, we may not like ourselves. We don't want to be with ourselves. We can't sit with ourselves. We're scared of ourselves because of all the stuff we avoid. That's why when you go to lay down at night, your head starts to kick off. And that's why you have funny dreams, sometimes nightmares, because so much suppression has taken place that when you rest, all the things that you suppress start to come into the psyche. And that's why your dreams are worthy of interpretation. I don't do dream interpretation. I've had some questionable relationships and friendships. Chantal, questionable relationships and friendships. You've not had questionable relationships and friendships, my dear friend. You have some questionable behavior in your relationships. Remember, it's never about them. It's always about you. So the skill is flipping it back to self. I don't know if you've seen me on lives before, but you have to ask self-inquiring questions. Self-inquiring questions. If I was to follow your tact, we'd be thinking about all the things the friends did to you, and that's not helpful to you. You have to understand how you're operating in relationships that mean that you end up in relationships where potentially people take your kindness for weakness, and they take advantage of you. Thirsty. Let's have a quick look. 10 o'clock. Okay, I saw that one. There's another message here somewhere. Honestly, single life is happiness. So, you know, but yeah, single life can give us a break. It can give us time to reflect. I would appreciate companionship. Companionship would be lovely. I'm an old school girl. I wouldn't mind a man around the house to do some of the putting out the bin tasks, hanging up pictures. Let's be frank about it. You understand? There's benefits. The challenge is I am not prepared to tolerate. I'm not prepared to tolerate foolishness. You either enhance, but you don't deplete. And I understand that there's going to be highs and lows, and that's a beautiful thing. But it's the depletion and the decimation. Remember, people start to pick at you, you know. Oh, baby, sure about that dress? That don't look good on you. All of a sudden, you don't wear certain dresses. The next, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not down for that behaviour. But you know what's really important as well? You have to ensure you and somebody has similar values. When the values are out, it's different, you know. And when you've got your own passion as well in life, it can be tricky, you know. I met a gentleman some time ago, and you know, when you realise they don't want to do outings, excursions, they just want to sit in the house and channel surf. I'm like, brother, this is not the lifestyle for me. This is not the lifestyle for me. Channel surfing. Just channel surfing. It's not my lane, man. It's not, you know, it's just not my lane. Sorry, not sorry. You know, you have to learn to be unapologetic as well, you know? Like, it's just not for me. Like, it's just not for me. I feel like I'm wasting my potentiality. But that's what happens when you're driven. You know, you have to be careful as well. If you're driven and determined and focused, there is an unintended consequence to that as well. People might find you a bit odd, you know. Authentic living is not for everybody. To be authentic comes at a high price. To be authentic and be true to yourself, you become ostracized. People can think you're a bit off key. They can think you're a bit weird. You can end up being quite lonely as well, you know. It's one of the reasons why I'm getting out of the therapy room this year, because being a therapist is a very lonely profession, believe it or not. Speak to people every day, but don't have anyone to talk to. People pedestal you. They think that your whole life is sorted. So where do you share your woes and your challenges and your fears and your insecurities? People can't tolerate it. Like, oh, no, not you, kitty. I'm human, though. No, it's intolerable to people. So often it's very quite a lonely profession, you know, because you learn to understand humans very intimately, and you get an eye for nonsense, quick, sharp. Yeah, it's an occupational hazard for one's dating life. Let's call it that. Yeah, being a therapist is an occupational hazard when it comes to dating. You know, tell someone you're a therapist, like, are you analysing me? I say, are you paying me? You analysing me. You understand? You come with your foolishness. I'll tell you about yourself nicely. Yeah. Watch how people behave, not what they say. The truth will always reveal itself. Big up to all of you out there. I want to thank you for your time. It's now 10 o'clock. I did have ambitions to do something, but I can't remember what it was. But maybe I just need to relax. What time did my day start today? It started at 9 today, so yeah. 9 and now it's 10. We give thanks. I want to thank you for authenticity. Authenticity is expensive. You're right, my sister. You're absolutely right. And when you've also got social mobility, remember, I'm from Northwest London, and now I don't live in Northwest London. I'm out here in the country. So you also have the issue of you kind of from the ends, but then you kind of like, you live in the suburbs, and it's really quite tricky. It's quite tricky finding yourself, finding your space where you feel comfortable. It really is. Still love my state though. Love my state all day long. Thank you for that notice, my sister. I will be there. I will see you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So yeah, I want to thank you. I decided to go live today. I delivered my group, Navigate Narcissism Now. We spoke about having difficult conversations. Having difficult conversations is an important topic for us empaths, us people pleasers, because we avoid having difficult conversations. And this is where our annoyance, our frustration builds up. And having difficult conversations, while it isn't comfortable, is essential for a good life. So I was passionate about teaching the group about having difficult conversations. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for your input. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your statements. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for your roses here on TikTok and on my Facebook Live. It has been an utter honor. And if you are at a point in your life where you've tried other people and you're like a bit curious about your life and you feel like, you know what, I need to chat to someone, holler at your girl keyforchange.com. If you've tried everyone else, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need to try something a little bit different. God bless you. Thank you, Adrian. I'll see you on Jamrock. Good night. Take care. Peace.